Greetings, gentle viewers! Welcome back to Danganronpa, where we just found out something that we the players already knew. Sakura's the spy. Oh, what a shock.
Anyway, enough of that. Time for some housekeeping. So I gotta give you guys fair warning. I'm actually mildly sick. This normally isn't a problem, but I might just start sniffing and sneezing incessantly. If so, do bear with me. Please forgive me, and I'll blast Billy with every single sneeze, I promise. It'll totally be worth it.
Please don't. I just got over a cold.
Yeah, and I probably got it from being in proximity to you.
Well, I don't want it back.
I don't think you could take it back even if you did.
We're the Bittersweet gamers.
It's not really fair, is it? And I'm the opinionator.
I'm we squared.
One other thing, to make up for our last missed upload, we're just gonna have an extra one available for you tomorrow. Ooh, take that!
So the last thing Sakura said is that she was going to make up for it by challenging the mastermind herself and taking him down even if it meant she went down too.
Yeah, and that could mean a variety of different things, but, I mean, come on, this is Danganronpa. Nobody's really all that happy about any of this.
Right.
And to recap, the group has basically been split in half right now, with Asahina and Makoto.
And maybe Kyoko? She was kind of neutralish about it, but she's probably going to be on our side.
Yeah, with Aoi and Makoto like wanting to support Sakura and give her more of the benefit of the doubt and trust her, although frustrated.
Yeah.
And Byakuya, Toko, and Yasuhiro going, no, you guys are crazy. And like Billy said, Kyoko is kind of neutral. She's not on the other side. Kyoko, good morning. You haven't forgiven me yet or anything, have you?
Nope.
Still ignoring me. Is she really that mad at me? I wonder why.
Well, now, hold on. I mean, it's possible she might have put two and two together.
Anyway, it's not just Kyoko. Ever since Monokuma summoned us last night, the atmosphere around here has gotten really heavy. I can almost feel it looming over us, weighing us down.
Monokuma's good at what he does.
It's really only despair from here on out.
Right?
Well, if nothing else, I need to patch things up with Kyoko as soon as possible.
Hey, you can tell her that thing you didn't want to tell her.
Maybe it's time to say, so I found out that... why do I always try to go here instead of the dining hall?
Now, Daymon, you understand, we both understand that mentality of going everywhere but where the game tells you to, so you don't miss any secret stuff.
No, I know that, but there's like usually someone standing here.
And then you just naturally gravitate to the gate?
Yeah, and I'm like, time to go to the dining hall and go to the gate like every single time.
It's subconscious.
It is. It's a habit now.
Makoto, are you okay?
Huh? What do you mean?
You were late, so we were worried about you. I mean, I wasn't, but...
Really? Makoto was late and everybody really did get worried? I'm glad to hear it, but Makoto was late?
Was he? What a dullard.
Toko, Byakuya, what are you doing here?
What the heck?
They're taking refuge here.
Byakuya, if Sakura wanted to kill you, we couldn't stop her!
Literally nobody can stop Sakura at all! Mondo might have been able to hold her off for like a minute, but that's not really available anymore, so... refuge?
Such ignorance.
Don't make that stupid face. We have to protect ourselves against the mastermind's tool.
I really don't think that...
Don't look too far into this. This is just an excuse for us to get back into the group.
That's what it is, you little weenie! You're always not nearly as tough as you say!
He's not so keen on being by himself now, is he?
Not at all. It's also probably very useful for him to have Toko around.
Yeah.
Because this way he's got an alibi. He's got somebody who can back him up. Because after all the way...
Or maybe murder him.
No, I mean, this may not be the case, but I really do think that he's not as big and bad as he says he is and as he acts. But probably because he just doesn't know any other way to be.
Yeah.
Which is pathetic, but I still hate him.
Well, if you think about it, everyone else earned their ultimacy. He was given his.
Well, I don't know. I'm sure he earned it.
Really? But
Well,
his claim to fame is being, like, born into a wealthy, influential, powerful family.
No, you're absolutely right
You
about
think that might give him a complex, maybe?
All I was getting at... and no, I get what you're saying. And the only thing that I'm pointing out is he is extremely competent. And
Yes.
that can't be denied.
No. I understand that. I'm merely speaking from, like, a societal standpoint, like, viewpoint.
Maybe not. That may not be the best way to phrase it, but I do know what you mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I was going to say, though, about Sakura,
Uh-huh.
even if Sakura was going to now go murder somebody because she has to,
Uh-huh.
or she decides to, or whatever, I kind of don't think it'd be Makoto, of all people.
Yeah, probably not. Because he's, like, their best chance of getting out of here.
Yeah, and that's obviously what she wants.
Yeah.
The masterminds... Are you talking about Sakura?
No, I was talking about his flagpole. That's the last time I'll make a joke like that.
Thank God! That's when I finally noticed the only one that wasn't in the dining hall was Sakura.
To the surprise of no one.
Where is Sakura?
Stop talking.
All I know is, if she were here, I wouldn't be. The only reason I went out of my way to join the rest of you was as a safeguard against that threat.
Threat? Why? Why do you hate her so much? Why is he so bad-natured? As the game goes on, it's like he becomes less sinister and more like mustache twirling, cartoonishly kind of pathetic.
Uh-huh.
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? Because this makes things unfair.
Unfair?
The game should be fair to all players. The existence of a spy for the mastermind upsets that balance.
Now, I have to point this out here. On the one hand, it's very easy to say, I agree. Under the current circumstances, it is unfair that the mastermind has a spy. But this says something extremely valuable. Byakuya is assuming from the beginning that this game is supposed to be fair, or he would not have phrased it that way.
That makes
Why
sense.
does Byakuya think this is going to be fair? I get that Monokuma maybe is kind of fair, but I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying that I'm saying that Byakuya assumes that the structure of the circumstances that he is in is something that can be accepted at face value and has something of a way that structurally should have like an ethical component.
Because he accepts the premise of the game.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
that's probably it.
By us not accepting the premise of the game.
Well, we don't want to play it.
Exactly.
Whereas Byakuya does want to play it.
There you go. That right there, that mentality.
But he's the one always blathering to everybody else about them being short-sighted. But him accepting all of this at face value is the most short-sighted thing of all.
That's why he wears glasses.
This is going to shut up. This is going to come back and haunt everyone, I am sure.
What the heck?
Yeah, what they said!
What did you
Stupid?
say?
This is a life or death game, is it not?
It is stupid! You're a stupid idiot!
Hey,
Before you get too far into your argument, maybe you should stop and think things through. Why did the mastermind reveal that Sakura was the spy to us?
what the heck?
They were getting revenge on her, right? Like Monokuma said, an eye for an eye.
However,
That may be part of it, but it's not the whole picture. Revealing that fact was also meant to serve as the next motive the mastermind wanted to give us.
Exactly. The more you buy into all of that, the easier it is for your behavior to change. Again, look at Byakuya.
The chaos and confusion born from suspicion, the hatred.
in other words,
In other words, this right here, the fighting, the bickering, is the trap the mastermind laid for us.
Yes.
Knowing that, will you still stand there and argue like children?
That's not what I'm trying to do. It's just... how can I get you guys to believe in Sakura again? Sakura was always best friend here.
I believe in Sakura.
Yeah, so do I.
If she really can beat the mastermind like she said, that'd go a long way in my mind.
what are you saying?
idiot. You'd really ask her to do something so dangerous? What if something terrible happens to her?
Ask her, she volunteered.
Exactly what I was gonna say.
It wouldn't matter.
What?
If Sakura were to die, that's one less person for the mastermind to control. I have no problem with that.
Hold on. Byakuya!
In fact, if she did die, that would settle this entire issue, wouldn't it?
In a rare, extremely cynical moment in the last episode, I believe, I said much the same.
Yeah. It would put the whole problem to rest.
Not, however, factually, it's very true. Like I also pointed out in the last episode, if you want to talk about process or an examination of facts, Byakuya is excellent. If you want to talk about making judgment calls, he is the worst. Good.
What the hell?
You disgust me. You're a monster.
Yeah?
To say something like that, it should have been you.
Woo!
You should have been the one to die.
What?
I should have died?
You have... Okay. This, just like Kyoko said, this is the sort of bickering that's going to lead to some pretty bad stuff, okay? This is the sort of thing that they shouldn't be doing right now. Having said that, Byakuya has no right to complain about this. How many times has he threatened everybody here with violent death? He has done it over and over and over. Do you think you're some special person with special entitlements?
Yeah.
Yes, I know he does. That if you get threatened the same way or somebody says that, oh, it's so unfair. Man, screw you. You don't have the right to complain about this. Not the way you've been talking. It's because you think you're so special and because you think you're above everybody else.
And because he acted like that. If he had at least, played along or something, then everyone would be far more amicable towards him.
Yeah, the sort of thing that some people have accused Makoto of doing.
Right.
He could have done that same thing. Ugh.
Interesting.
Then are you planning to take care of that yourself? Go ahead. Try it, if you dare. That's how it works here, after all.
What is this?
You think I can't do it?
You probably could.
Hina, calm down!
That's right.
This is exactly what the mastermind wants, and it's exactly what Sakura doesn't want.
Yes.
What's wrong? Lost your nerve?
I hate you so much. I'm leaving. I'll be in my room. Trembling with anger, Asahina ran off.
That's the stupid cow. How dare she? She should die 1,000 deaths. No, 1,000,000. So she was just another hysterical little girl. Hardly worth my attention.
Just a second.
It's what other people call having feelings, Byakuya, and all you can do is mock them for it.
I have nothing to add to this.
What's wrong with that?
Hey.
A friendly word of warning. Someday that attitude is going to come back and bite you. Hard.
I don't have time to play with you.
And I will happily elude its attempts. He gonna die. So, about anything else? How about we, eat? Maybe now's not a good time.
Oh, this is so miserable.
I don't think anyone had appetites.
Without a word, each of us left the dining hall. We headed back to our rooms, one by one, to just stew in distrust.
And played some more free time. Did you think I was wrong?
No!
Because this is surely what is going to fit with the tone of everyone.
So, Kyoko, you want to hang out yet?
Anyway.
No, go away.
The surprising thing is that Sakura's around.
Well, this is where that, special proteinium energy drink is.
Proteinium?
I don't remember. I'm not sure I'm ready to open up just yet. Maybe if you create the right opportunity.
Well, in all honesty, this seems like a really good time
Even if I don't feel like talking,
to hang out with Sakura.
you'll still stand by me? I still don't understand you, Makoto.
Well,
Literally, just stood there.
without saying a word, I stood by Sakura, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
He stood by her.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if this is just a sort of event that I don't feel like talking and I stood by is just happening because of where in the game we are.
Right.
Or if it's where in her events we are.
But I think it's funny that they coincide if it is.
Yeah.
As out of place as these hangout free time things are.
Extremely out of place, but I do appreciate that it's just like the level of solidarity he shows. Here, have this sword.
Sorry, but I'm not interested in that kind of thing.
Oh, I failed! How about these boxing gloves? From Little Mac to Big Mac.
I'll accept it with gratitude.
So then.
Oh, dang!
Well, bound to happen eventually.
Kyoko, talk to us.
I will hound you forever!
Go away.
Ah, she won't even look at me! I guess she doesn't even want to see my face, which is really pretty justified. Also, I wonder if she would tell anybody else to go away right now.
Maybe?
After the outburst earlier in the day.
That's true.
At the moment, you're not joined at the hip with your master.
When are we ever going to get out of here? Not that I'd have much to look forward to if I did get out.
Writing more novels?
Why would we not report her as Genocide Jill?
Yeah, that's right. Part of me really wants to give her some of those shears.
Not with that expression on her face.
We've said it before. I still don't know exactly how I feel about these
Free time events?
Yeah.
They're especially, out of left field considering the tone of everything going on around them.
Yes.
It's like with the confidant stuff with, Persona, at least it's not that bad. But they're still kind of not connected.
It's the disconnect.
But this one is really disconnected.
This is just not the time to run around trying to chat people up and do something fun, because I'm not sure anybody is really going to be having fun right now, and I have no idea whatsoever what to give her. I just wish that it were more... that the character development were more organic, you know? Glasses, go!
Sorry, but I'm already engaged to Master.
In your own mind or fantasy world, perhaps, but...
So I can't go on a date with you. If you're okay with that, I don't mind if you think about me.
All things considered, it turned out well. Oh, I guess we're at the point where we have to build up a lot of points with people.
Darn! That's so frustrating.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m.
Don't get me wrong. I get that there is value in creating different experiences for different players by allowing them to have a different understanding of and read of different characters' personalities and motivations as you go throughout the game. That is a pretty fascinating way to do a visual novel like this. But it makes it feel like you can't have the character development written directly into the story.
Yeah.
Which is going to mean that in order to actually get a better idea of the characters, you've got to do all this extra stuff at the end.
Yeah.
And if they're just trying to... Whereas if they would have had that put in the game itself as you go through...
Yeah, right.
Then, we'd have a better understanding. It'd be different if it were maybe just side stuff, which maybe it is. I mean, ultimately, when we're done with the game and done with all these events, we'll have a better idea of the characters. Mm-hmm. And maybe we might know that it's just some sort of side information for the characters. But at present, it doesn't really feel like that. I mean, I guess there's some stuff that it would be very difficult for it to come out in the process of the game. And I suppose they're also trying to make it for a visual novel more actively engaging in terms of gameplay, but
right.
It's still a little off-putting.
It is.
Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited.
It would be like trying to pick which Phoenix Wright character to hang out with in the middle of a case. You're like, something is wrong with this. Or say in Zero Escape, like choosing to just sit around and bond with someone. That's how it feels to me. It's just odd.
It's weird.
I'm not sure that that's the way they needed to do it, but I'm not trying to be too critical. It does separate it, and nah. I said my piece.
Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
We'll try to keep future complaining about free time events timing to a minimum, unless it gets even more egregious than it was today. Nighttime already. We didn't even actually advance anybody in their free time events today. Tonight feels somehow uneasy. Like nobody wanted to open up even when I plied them with suspicious presents that vanish into the ether. That's fair, I obtained them from the ether too, so... We still haven't settled things with Sakura. Everyone's in a terrible mood. I just hope nothing happens tonight, but every passing few hours it just seems more and more likely like something else is going to happen.
How many days until it happens?
Oh, a bunch of little bitty crabs!
After I declined the offer to become a shrimp, the tech support lady just refused to drop the issue. Once the shrimp idea was dead, she came back suggesting I should become a crab instead. How much can one person love crustaceans?
I'll tell you what, I love crab, I love shrimp, and lobster.
I said no, of course, and she shot back, okay, then how about we make you extra special, and you can be a crab that walks sideways and backwards. But how's that any better? I don't want to go sideways or backwards. I want to go forward.
I do get what he's coming from. Not just like my usual sort of semi-catchphrase of take a step forward no matter what you do, be going forward even if it's very slow. Like aside from that, what I sympathize with this because remember this is like the secret origin story of Monokuma the bear. I really do sympathize with the idea of wanting to go your own way, of marching to the beat of your own drum, and not being satisfied with things that other people plan out for you, deciding to tackle life on your own terms. Where Monokuma and I differ is I'm not going to become some sort of a psychopathic monster, probably, but...
I heard her annoyed sigh on the other end of the line. Then she said... You just don't see the splendor of the crab. Haven't you ever heard the tale of the crab and the monkey?
What this is saying to me, and I could be wrong, but what this is saying to me is that the disconnect between the way that Monokuma, the actual mastermind, the way that the mastermind thinks and perceives things, and the way that other people, or at least the other people around him, think and perceive things, that they have nothing in common whatsoever, and that it's extremely easy for them to misunderstand each other completely. No similar values whatsoever.
Right. Of course I've heard of it. I know all about it. But so what? The crab beats the monkey, but it's just some legend, hardly relevant to our greed-obsessed modern society. Sure, monkeys still show up in movies and stuff from time to time, but not crabs. Monkey-themed clothes are sweeping the fashion world, but the crab doesn't stand a chance, right? What I'm saying is, crabs have no place in today's light-speed world. Do your market research, lady!
There's a lot here to unpack. This is really fascinating. The last two Monokuma theaters have had a lot of really important information in them. I'm not actually going to sit around and try and go through all of this one right now, but...
Something to think about for later?
Maybe I will. I don't know. This is one that I can do for probably like 15 freaking minutes, okay? If you guys want to hear my thoughts on this one, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to save everybody some time and just move on.
Which is why I chose the always popular bear image!
And that's the secret origin story of Monokuma!
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine.
Especially with the free time events not advancing any of the characters this time around because we didn't get enough points. The ritual of all these Monokuma messages all being voiced is really getting on my nerves. And that's good. That is really good.
Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
This is the last thing I want to hear right now. I need to do something about Sakura. I'd better go to the dining hall and talk to the others about it one more time.
I hope nothing bad has happened.
If it's not too late.
Well, it probably hasn't happened yet. Usually it's a couple of days, but we can't be certain. Ooh-ah.
I don't think it's Sakura, and that was the most pathetic thing I've ever heard.
Ooh-ah.
You're not even trying, are you?
Ooh-ah. Ooh-ah.
Ah! See, you gotta have some heart in it, just like that. Ah! Was that someone screaming? I mean, what else could it be? I think it came from the dining hall of all places.
Oh, God!
Wait a minute.
Yes?
I was just seeing if anybody was around.
Ah, that's a fair point.
Because then that's somebody we could immediately eliminate. If something bad is happening.
Ah, Makoto! We got a big problem, man! They're out of Kellogg's! They got abducted by aliens!
Okay, I guess it's not really that bad then. Yes, what's wrong?
Look!
Yasuhito's fingers shook as he pointed. Oh my god!
This is bad! This is very bad!
Hina!
Okay? What happened?
She killed her.
What?
What?
Genocide Jill killed Hina!
She's fine! She's right there!
Standing right here!
Well,
not
kneeling.
standing, but...
You gotta be kidding!
No, she's not dead! Open your eyes! No way she's dead!
What? Why? What happened? What the hell is going on?
Well, Toko and Hina, just all of a sudden, they were yelling, and then they knocked the pepper off the table.
And that led to a sneeze.
Her giant balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? I might be flat, but at least mine are real.
Asahina is a high school student, for God's sake!
And look at my shapely collarbone. Doesn't it just totally set you on fire?
I don't want to have this conversation!
Totally not adorable.
Anyway, you totally non-adorable boys, just get her out of my sight, okay? Or else I'll start cutting and cutting and cutting and indulging myself for who knows how long. I think it's time to flee in terror.
No, you're not really gonna do that. You're not going to kill her because killing is art, isn't it?
She didn't say anything about killing. She could just torture her.
Okay, in any case, we've got to get Aoi to the nurse's office. Come on, Yasuhito. Come, get it.
Sure thing! Anything you want, as long as we're out of here. Wee-oo, wee-oo.
What on earth?
I don't know what's going on.
I guess even Jill's beginning to crack.
Kind of?
This is just not something that she ever would have done before.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it makes sense. Everybody's just lost their dang minds. Well, by the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seems to have finally regained her composure, which is really impressive as she was just attacked by a vicious murderous serial killer.
Sorry.
Thank you. I bet she feels like she is causing no end of trouble. But this, okay, this is the first time, like, what she's been doing in this chapter, or at least since finding out about Sakura, this is the first time that she's actually come out of her own shell and started immediately pushing herself forward and her own perspective forward instead of melting back into the group.
Right.
Like, Aoi is actually, what I'm trying to get at, Aoi is finally standing up to everybody else.
Because they just kind of push her aside because she's kind of ditzy.
Yeah, and she's let that happen, and she's always had, like, the shelter of Sakura to go over to, but it's not like that now. But now that she is coming
She's
out in
standing
the
up for
open,
Sakura. Yeah.
she's like coming right out to the fore in basically everything that's come up. And, like, this has sort of disrupted the current social order, so to speak, and everyone's just battering her down. Isn't that interesting? Somebody... somebody as easy to get along with and agreeable as Aoi is nonetheless getting battered down by everyone around her, especially the least agreeable people in the whole world, or at least at school.
Yasuhiro's a jerk. Oh, what?
Hey! Thank you. Are you sure you're feeling better?
Well, I don't have a psychopath with scissors standing over me now.
Yeah, it really was just a scratch, and you know me, I'm really tough after all.
Yeah, it really was just a scratch, wasn't it?
Oh, god dang it!
But still, that was super close.
And what did I just say, too, Billy? Oh, what did I just say? I said that it's not like... I said that she's not gonna... I said Jill's not gonna kill her.
But Toko might. What if Toko knocked the pepper down? Toko put poisons on Genocide Jill's scissors and knew that Jill wouldn't kill her.
Okay, well, either that or it is Jill. Like, that's very possible that it could have been Toko just acting like that. Or, and so it was Toko deciding to kill, which would make perfect sense motive-wise for Toko to kill Aoi.
Yeah.
Alternately, it could have been Jill.
The only reason I would say no to that...
No, let me finish my point.
Sorry, continue.
Or it could have been Jill, because Jill knew that if she acted outside of the way that she was supposed to kill, that it would be... that no one would suspect that she would do that, because she already made such a big spectacle about it before.
That's true.
Also, I'm worried that Yasuhiro said, oh, she killed her.
You think that might have been like a psychic prediction or something?
No, that's possible that he was involved in some way. Well, the only reason, I mean, I think the former is more likely than the latter of him being involved. It's just that little bits of language, like missing them, has caused us, like missing them immediately when they've come up has caused us problems. So I'm trying to address everything as it comes up.
That's fair.
And I swear to God, when Asahina dies, I am going to be extremely upset.
Yeah. If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know?
You see what I'm saying? And don't forget also the scene, I believe it was the beginning of this chapter, when everyone was still really united. And I believe it was this chapter, wasn't it? Yeah, it was this chapter. Everyone was really united, and it was like the good guy group, as in not Byakuya and Toko, was sitting around like, I'm not going to kill anybody. I'm not going to kill anybody. When that happened, I was like, my God, it's going to be one of these people that kills one of the other people in this group.
Right.
And that also puts more suspicion on Yasuhiro.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir. You're still on the other side of the clique. I actually don't feel like making jokes about stuff like that right now.
So sarcastic! That just makes you sound even more hostile!
God damn it. God damn it!
But man, I couldn't believe it. I was positive I was about to see someone's life come to an end.
Okay, I'm glad you said it that way. That means it isn't you.
I mean, he could have just been doing his usual over-exaggeration. Like, oh no, a splinter! I'm dead! If I ever saw something like that, I'd never be able to sleep again. Which would suck. I love sleep.
That's a really funny line, but that's really funny. And you're right, it could have been his usual overreaction. I'm hoping this means that this wasn't you, dude. But I mean, of course you want to blame the psycho.
Yeah.
The person with the dark personality, no lack of self-control, no self-control.
No lack of self-control!
And, well, she had enough self-control to keep Jill under wraps for a long time.
True.
And someone who already has a motive, already hates Asahina.
Yeah.
Of course, I'd prefer to blame somebody like that over Yasuhiro, but... God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. No!
Now it's possible that she's fine, and there isn't any kind of poison.
Yeah, never mind the person who actually died, right?
You're such a funny guy, Makoto.
Yeah, we talked in the middle of that joke, so it's ruined. It's dead! It's dead!
Yeah, life coming to an end, huh?
Hey, Hina, What the heck happened? Oh, we got into a fight, and I lost my temper and flew off the handle. Let me guess. The fight was because of Sakura, or
boobs.
Or was it your boobs?
But
At first, I tried to just ignore it. She hasn't been very good at that lately, though.
Yeah.
If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life.
Words of wisdom!
But she wouldn't let it go. So I just, without thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her like a dozen times.
A dozen punches isn't really without thinking, unless you're like Kenshiro or something.
I don't know, I think it might be for Aoi.
Yeah.
And when things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got let loose, right?
sorry.
It's my own fault, but I just couldn't take it anymore because she was saying all these terrible things about my friend, you know?
Almost like she was goading you on.
Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears. And just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, the door to the nurse's office burst open. I thought the door was going to fly off its hinges.
Because Sakura heard she got hurt and then, made a bunch of Sakura-shaped holes in the wall to get to her.
Very possibly so. And, okay, we're in this room. Okay, somebody has got to go check the poisons! Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Sakura!
You're hurt. What happened?
Oh, nothing. It's not a big deal. I'm fine now.
Makoto, Yasuhiro, what's the meaning of this? It wasn't me! It was Genocide Jill! It's all that demented murderous fiend's fault! To hurt Hina, damn you! To leave me alone, but hurt her. What is this?
How dare
What is this? Ah!
I'm okay, really. It's just a scratch.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
no forgiveness?
Unforgivable!
I can't forgive this.
Ah, we're all gonna die! Hero, if you want to hate someone, hate me! If you want to hurt someone, hurt me! I don't hate you, exactly!
I can't forgive
Why? Somebody save me!
Yasuhiro nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out of the nurse's office. Oh God, this is awful.
Everything's falling apart.
This is just awful. But just a second later,
What's going on? What's all the noise about?
Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nurse's office, taking Yasuhiro's spot in the room.
I gather that something happened?
Kyoko, please, you have to stop Sakura!
Excuse me? You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything. I'm drawing a line. Right here and now.
Drawing a line. Honestly, I think this is more along the lines of the way we should have been doing things.
Goodbye.
Wait, Sakura! Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were...
Well, hopefully this is the reconciliation.
I still think that we should have had a bit more of an enforcer mentality in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's not that I favor running around and beating everyone up, okay? But by not doing anything like that...
Everything has gone to crap.
Now, I get that the game would not work if this stuff did not happen.
Right.
I accept this. I'm not attacking the premise of the game.
Right,
That's not
right.
the point. But if we would have just been more open and forceful about the types of behaviors that were acceptable and not acceptable, and forced a level of openness with the force backed by Sakura, if nothing else,
Sakura and Mondo is the...
then things would not have degenerated this far. You can say, that, well, there wouldn't have been any trust in that case. And I think that trust could actually have come out. Like, I think that there could have been a level of trust in that sort of relationship because we'd knock out the uncertainties, okay?
But how much trust is there right now?
Yeah, what's the alternative? This? Where everyone hates everyone else and we have no control over what's going on? Anyway, I don't want to go on about that for a long time, though I feel like I could. You gonna talk to me now, Kyoko?
I have to. You need to tell me what's going on.
Are you still mad? Of course you are. Yeah.
That's fine.
It's fine. About that issue we discussed earlier, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, because it was about Sakura anyway. Do you forgive me for not being able to talk about it?
In other words,
You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You were only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right?
Also, what's interesting is that it took her up until basically now to put all that together.
Well,
Because, like, yesterday...
she may have already put it together, but was still angry with him and wanted to confront him when she'd calmed down.
Okay, I can accept that. She was less angry, though she did have that go away.
That's true. That's true.
Well, whether she figured it out today or figured it out before and was just processing everything still yesterday, it really humanizes her.
Mm-hmm.
This is why somebody like Kyoko, who does keep a lot of secrets and is very taciturn, why you're able to trust and like her much more easily than people who don't open up, who don't really show their humanity or ever admit their mistakes, sort
What
of.
are you talking about, for example?
Anyway.
You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right?
Yeah. I should have told you that first, though, without actually going into what I was talking about, but yeah, so be it.
To think like that.
I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you.
A little bit.
What?
Because...
Ultimately, that means you don't trust me.
We said all this stuff before, you know.
Although, it's never really been confirmed if the cameras have microphones, right? Like, sometimes they talk like the mastermind could hear them, and sometimes they don't, right?
Yeah, I think it's fuzzy microphones.
Yeah. So I guess we can't really use that.
If it were confirmed, that'd be one way or the other. Either is fine, it'd be different. And I'm fine with fuzzy mics, where sometimes they work and sometimes they don't.
But he could have just been like, let's go to the bathhouse and I'll tell you there, you know?
Well, I mean, if the microphones weren't fuzzy, then the only way that characters could talk in this visual novel, which is about advancing character dialogue, is to go into the bath. So, no, that's not it, except that's hard for me to read because I believe that is correct. But if that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind. I'm sorry. I know you keep reaching out to me, have displayed a lot of interest in me, and keep going out on a limb for me, but...
That's fine.
It's fine. I've already forgotten about it. Literally. Besides,
And
I may have overreacted.
Because she cares, because she's interested. And again, when I say
she's blushing!
Yeah, and again, when I say interested...
Right.
There may or may not be romantic tension, but it doesn't matter if there is or not. There's...
Yeah.
I mean, again, there's clearly a type of interest in another human being. Oh, that's a nice blush.
Anyway.
It's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it.
Okay, thank you.
That issue we discussed doesn't matter anymore. I want to talk to you about something else.
What is it you wanted to talk to me about then?
Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business there, away from the cameras.
Can we go to the room that has the poisons, please? Where? Bath or...
Just come with me and you'll find out.
Next secret room? Well, I guess, but...
Shall we go?
Well then, shall we get going?
I'm just worried we're never going to see Asahina again.
Maybe it is the chem lab and she's going to point out that some poison has been opened.
With her typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, setting a brisk pace.
As one of the shortest boys at this school, it was hard to keep up.
Oh, hey, Kyoko! I hurried to catch up to her. She walked ahead in silence, and in silence I chased her.
Moving very quietly so you couldn't hear my footsteps.
And eventually, we arrived.
Okay, good.
The dressing room. Gasp, really? So the something else you mentioned.
Indeed.
That's right. It has to do with alter ego.
I actually wasn't expecting that, honestly. But you said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
She probably was lying. To get
Gasp!
people off the...
You were saying a spoof. I mean
A spoof?
a spoof at the words. The word. There was a word and it just flew right out of my head. It turned into spoof. Okay.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him. I just said he had done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego. He has business with us.
Oh.
Alter ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently he has something he wants to ask us.
Alter ego wants to ask us something. Huh.
Correct.
Alter ego, why don't you go click on alter ego?
Alter ego. Hello. Oh, so it's just the two of you, Kyoko and Makoto?
How are babies made? Close the laptop, walk away!
Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard. Is 2 not enough? No, it's okay. 2 should be plenty. But what is it he wants to ask us? Did I hit the wrong button?
Let's find out, shall we?
I actually just hit 2 at once. Kyoko typed in the question. What did you want to ask us? Oh yeah, so I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network. If it was that easy. If it was that easy!
I haven't noticed any... What? I haven't noticed any ports.
Library, headmaster's office. But if we could get in there,
Right?
we have other problems that we're solving.
Yeah.
Teacher's office.
Maybe?
Okay. We're about to find stuff out, of course, but remember, the laptop was made available to us by Monokuma after the first death.
In the library.
Right. So, Monokuma did not make this laptop available to us for no reason.
Right.
And made it available to us very, very early. So, it's like if he puts a port somewhere and somebody doesn't notice, that's their fault.
Yeah.
Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, why? Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here, saying I finished my work, I don't want that. I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. That's what Master would want too. So, to help everyone else, to solve the mystery of the school, the only way I can help is if you connect me to the school's network.
That's true.
But if you did that, then Monokuma...
The jig is up.
Yeah. That's basically suicide. I'm positive the mastermind would find out about it instantly. They'd find you and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko?
Yeah, but she's probably going to support it anyway.
Just like with Sakura, I do think that responding to someone's determination to create a situation, a chance for others at the risk of their own life in a situation like this, or risk of, more like expense of, to do something that could not be done otherwise.
Right.
I think that's nothing short of admirable. I realize how dangerous it could be, but still I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true, so it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. I couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It was just too committed.
Yeah.
You know, what's he gonna do otherwise? He's just going to sit and rot as an AI, and that's the end. Too admirable. Too fragile. In some ways, it could also be seen like he's seeking death.
Kind of.
Hey.
You remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right?
Yeah.
Certainly.
When I talk to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say this.
Correct.
There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend.
I agree. Kyoko.
To be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the mastermind really will notice it. But
Makoto.
let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network.
Yeah, I agree. But...
Hey,
He's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration.
And that's it.
And he says he wants to fight alongside his friends.
Yes!
now.
If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way?
Even Aoi, who had just blended into the background so many times, even she's just jumping out and refusing to just cede ground on, okay, we should all hate Sakura now.
Right?
Even people who appear weaker are starting to fight.
Mm-hmm. Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend.
Just like I was saying before, you have to answer this determination.
So,
Hey, are you guys fighting?
Not anymore.
We're also not fighting at all right now.
Yeah.
This isn't fighting, but if it's about me, please don't.
I want to believe in myself.
I want to be able to say, I know I can do this. So please, let me try. Chihiro really was admirable.
Mm-hmm.
Really was extremely strong.
Listen.
And besides, there's one place where the mastermind might not notice.
One place, huh?
That's right.
Remember, there's another place besides here where there's no surveillance camera. The hidden room.
That's true, but it's not like he doesn't know about it and wouldn't know that somebody'd be going
Well,
in
he definitely
there.
knows, or at least the Mono guy knows, or whatever.
We'll just assume
Yeah.
in the basic way that we talked that was Monokuma.
Yeah.
Even though, like we addressed at the time, it might not have been.
Mm.
I kind of feel like it isn't, but
Mono Man.
Mono Man, yeah, I like that Mono Man. Henceforth, Mono Man.
Yes. It'd be harder to keep an eye on Alter Ego also.
Also, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Everything's been taken out. It was a boys' bathroom, so it's just so Kyoko going there a lot is just as weird.
Uh-huh.
Like everybody constantly, or at least two people constantly going to pee in the same place. But anyway, a room without a surveillance camera.
The secret room.
Hey! That's just a secret room you told me about, that I've been to. I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there. Also, those tissues look really appealing to me right now.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And I do believe you can connect to the network from there.
Really?
I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the
Oh
wall.
my god!
That seems suspicious.
So now, if Mono Man is not Monokuma, okay, no problems. If Mono Man was Monokuma, then he is straight up allowing this.
Yes.
That he provided, and the secret room. Oh gosh, what floor was it on?
Second.
It was on the second floor.
Second floor, boys' bathroom.
Yeah. It is the second floor. Meaning, yeah, that's right. Meaning the laptop and a port to connect it to were both on the second floor.
Yes.
So the spy was supposed to do something right away.
Uh-huh.
And then it was possible for people to find a way out, or
start, yeah.
to start finding a way out right there.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah, no, you're right.
That means that none of the students ever had to do anything at all.
Well, the first... Oh, because of the spy.
Because of the spy.
Right. Okay. But that means that at least two people would have had to have died to get there.
No, that's right. But that's less than everyone.
Fair enough.
So it's like this either somehow slipped Monokuma's mind, which is ridiculous, or this is specifically allowed.
Right.
However,
Just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. You were attacked by someone. There's no way to be sure the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow.
One would assume that he is. Maybe not at all times, though, because why would you need to?
Mm-hmm. We'll also have to move Alter Ego, and the mastermind may spot us going into the secret room.
Since the laptop is gone, he may know about it. It's not in
Probably.
anybody's room.
He probably knows.
It's like, is he...
I mean, did Sakura report about it? We don't know how
We
much
don't
she
know.
told him, yeah.
We don't know. We really don't know if he knows or not. I think it's incredibly... I assume that he knows about Alter Ego.
Mhm.
I can't believe that he wouldn't. But, maybe he doesn't. I don't know if I'd find that plausible, though.
If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over.
Unless it's intentional, but you're right.
That's what we have to
But
do.
despite all that, I still think we need to try. Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues.
Kyoko. In that case, will you let me carry him?
Because, I mean, for one, boys' bathroom!
There's no way you could hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it.
It's true.
Okay then, I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
I'll stuff it in my underwears.
So I just noticed
So
something. The design on Kyoko's tie is the caduceus, which is a medical symbol. So maybe she's a medical student or something like that.
Huh. I mean, I was actually looking at it in the last conversation. Huh.
It's a caduceus, like the staff with the two
Yeah.
snakes and the wings on the...
Yeah. Okay, another way to look at it is instead of something like a medical student, like Hippocrates style, someone healing the world.
Maybe. Could you? Yeah, okay. I can believe that. But
mean,
that
you-
would explain how she was able to... Like, she was able to do some basic diagnosis. Just wanted to throw that out there before I forgot.
No, that's awesome that you noticed that. I was looking at it earlier, but it just didn't really register.
It's going to be a little cramped for you, alter ego. Bear with us, okay? Did someone say bear? No, I'm just kidding.
I can't believe that didn't happen. We started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. It tickles.
Huh?
You can't talk right now! Isn't that weird?
That's very weird. How would he have any kind of tactile sensation?
Remember, there's no mic on the laptop, so in order to communicate with him, you have to type it in.
Yeah. That's a little strange.
It's like, why
You may have
wouldn't
just
you-
said it to be funny.
Yeah, that's very possible. That's very probable.
Yeah.
We're gonna move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. To have him react like a machine like that all of a sudden, I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers.
So there might be a network cable in there.
However,
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already.
Well, all we can do is go check for ourselves.
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room. Makoto, why are you going into the bathroom with Kyoko?
Dude.
Oh, I get ya.
Dude.
Makoto!
What the? Why do you seem so surprised? Also, totally don't look at the fact that I have a bulkier part of my chest than normal.
Nothing's wrong. Why would anything be wrong? Why am I scared of you for some reason?
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? He is acting really strange. Well, I mean, I guess he's always acting really strange.
Okay, well, gonna go back to my room now. Take her easy, partner. See ya. What if Toko had nothing to do with it? What if Yasuhiro poisoned Genocide Jill Scissors?
What if he poisoned the pepper?
Well, then that would mean that that Toko's going to die.
It's only two people.
Well, it's possible.
What if it was just poison the pepper? The end.
Well, we'll find out if Asahina and Toko both keel over.
Or poison the pepper and it's not going to do anything unless it gets into a wound.
Okay. That would take a really specific level of knowledge, though.
Or sort of betting, like,
Maybe.
for instance, if you're not actually attempting to kill anyone in particular, it's going to be much harder to trace and
That's
find
true,
evidence.
just like a haphazard.
Yeah, because it's like, well, this might do something, and if it does, then I get off. And if it does, how is anybody possibly going to pin it on me?
Just poison the pepper, hoping someone eats it, and it just turns out this way instead?
Yeah, something like that. Because it's going to be obvious that it's poisoned, but it's like if there's no way to trace it back.
Like, such a simple, plan turns into this elaborate little...
Like Yasuhiro, also isn't it interesting that we had Yasuhiro, who we are suspicious of,
And Toko.
and Genocide Jill
yeah.
/ Toko, who we are suspicious of. Oh my god!
My obsession!
What on earth are you doing?
Living!
I see.
Anyway, I'm heading back to my room. I'll just be there, living, totally calm. This also sounds very suspicious. What the hell is she doing?
Living.
Oh.
Byakuya, maybe?
I don't know. If she was in on some sort of murder plan.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But it would seem a little strange that they would collude. Especially after the last one?
Why? Yeah. Like, why would she ever agree
I think
to
we're
do
like
anything?
in the right vicinity, but...
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at the right things, surely. Well, because it's like Byakuya could have given her the antidote or something like that.
Possibly.
I don't know. I don't buy it.
Yeah.
Ahem.
It's right there.
Gotta go here.
Hey,
Hey, Makoto.
why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again. I'm putting on a show for the camera.
What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go. And make sure you don't run off. I'm gonna wait right here.
No, I'll go and check. I know those documents are gone, Miss Kyoko. Golly gee darn willikers. Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I'd made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go.
Okay, I'm going.
And be thorough.
I know that all the documents are gone. It's so sad.
I'm counting on you.
I mean, we were thinking we'd be able to use those documents to find things
Don't
out.
ham it up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, first we have to find a network cable.
Were those sheets of paper there last time?
Yeah, they were still there.
Okay.
That's crumpled up paper or tissues or whatever. And
I meant the ones on the left there.
But yeah, and you
okay.
can never look at those.
Okay.
Why even have anything to
Options.
look at? There were so many documents here before, and now nothing. I better go let Kyoko know that, for sure, those documents are gone. Oh, wait. According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it. This is indeed a network cable, right?
How computer work?
If Mono Man is Monokuma, then he didn't want people to find the documents, but he did want people to find the laptop and the Ethernet cable.
Yeah.
Why? That makes more sense if Mono Man isn't
Maybe.
the mastermind.
Well, didn't we already come to or one of us had a theory that Monokuma is trying to accomplish something completely different, and this is just another form of help?
Yeah. I mean, that was my idea, I guess. It
I think it
doesn't
was your
matter at this
idea,
point, but I'm just trying to keep these details straight.
Right.
Anyway, now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. Again, it's just the documents being allowed to be there or not is a clue, but the cable being allowed to be there is a clue. Whether we can fully process it yet or not doesn't matter, but we need to be aware of it. And that should do it.
That's right.
There's nothing but porn here.
I think it worked. No. Like, Tolko and Hifumi, well,
I don't know. Monokuma might seem like to put something up to stop that.
just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. So please just wait a little while longer. Just hold tight and put your faith in me. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and all the rest of us as friends. Friends? Even me?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Makoto.
Especially you.
Makoto.
How'd it go?
Well, all those documents sure are gone. Just like I told you. My reply was a pretty hammy, terrible amount of acting.
Correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here. Yup.
Goodbye.
Absolutely no reason to go back into this secret room at all, ever. Goodbye.
Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away, saying some things that are even more obvious than the way that I was acting. Oh, she wasn't acting anymore, that much was for sure. Oh, hey, Kyoko!
Yes?
So we're just gonna split up?
Why is that?
Of course, I have no reason to stay with you at this point.
Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct?
Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance.
I'm just gonna go and kill myself now, thanks. Okay, bye. That's not what I meant! I just had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you gonna do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen.
Then what should we do?
If we can find some new clue, that would likely change the situation. That's all we can hope for right now.
Which is why alter ego...
All we can do is wait, and believe in our friends.
You're right. That's our only option. We parted ways, and I headed back to my room. I am kinda tired, so I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving alter ego, but I was way more tired than I realized.
It was just a laptop!
Well, the emotional stuff.
Okay.
So
Like, I know he's scrawny, but continue.
So before long at all, I'd completely dozed off.
Oh!
The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world.
Who is it?
Makoto.
Get out here.
Kyoko, what's going on?
Hina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost. It sounds like something's happened.
Oh, now what? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake.
She said for us to come to the rec room.
The rec room. Okay, let's hurry. Makoto, Kyoko!
It's not another ghost, is it?
Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door, and I hurried to look inside, and when I did... Sakura. Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
The locker's open. What's going on? Did something happen to her?
I was just walking past, and I happened to notice her through the window, but I couldn't get the door open. So she's been poisoned.
Maybe, yeah.
I tried knocking. I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are we gonna do?
Anyway.
I got you two because you're the only two people I can trust.
That's true. First of all, we need to get into that room.
But the door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
We're going to force our way in.
I just said!
The door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock.
Then why...
It feels like the door is pressed up against something inside the room.
Just barricaded it. So how did somebody... If it's not a suicide, then how did somebody get out?
Well-
Sakura would not have been committing suicide.
Correct, but didn't we talk about how maybe the lockers were all connected somehow? Maybe some sort of secret passage?
Okay, yeah.
The locker was open.
It really could be the lockers.
Is it the chair?
Chair.
In other words,
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply.
Okay, hold on.
This is the kind of thing that Monokuma would be.
I don't doubt Kyoko here. Yeah, okay,
Yep.
Locked rooms. If the room isn't locked, who cares? So there's no problem if we break in.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way.
Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait right here. Yep, and the locker is open, sure enough. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. It's meant to make it look like it's a suicide then.
Yeah, of course.
She's just unconscious, right?
Shouldn't the body... If she was dead and they all
We're not
saw
in the
her
same
through-
room.
Is that how it works, or is it just when they discover it?
Well, we don't know what the definition of discover is.
Fair
because
point.
This is the first time. I would have believed it if it would have gone off. I'd believe it if it goes off when we get in there.
Fair enough.
Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure...
It would take a hefty dose of poison to kill her.
Not necessarily. It's not like
That
she's
is
really
true.
some sort of crazy gorilla. If you bash her in the back of the head with a hammer, she's still going to die.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. But that silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom in the classroom. Use it!
I'm not a broom! You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please.
Come on, please hurry! Oi! Asahina's probably going to be better at this than...
Yeah, she's the strongest one there physically.
Okay, you two stand back! I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could. Aiming directly at the window, all it took was one solid hit.
I suppose me being the smallest, you want me to crawl through now?
The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. This chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on it with all my strength, and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could. But the moment I laid my hand on her is the announcement. No? All I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then,
Here it is.
well, we answered that bit of minutia about the body discovery then.
Yeah.
Sakura.
A body has been discovered.
On the one hand, I'm really glad that it is an Aoi, but
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, how could we be happy about anything, you know?
Yeah, unless it was Byakuya who died. But even then,
It's nothing more than the way he's acting, but I just want to suspect Yasuhiro.
right?
I mean, we've already discussed all the reasons why, narrative-wise, instead of evidence-wise, up until then. But
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
damn it! And you know, of all people, what crap, right? There's no way that anybody could have done anything violent to Sakura.
Right?
It just wouldn't work.
It has to be poison.
And of course, she'd go for the protein.
Mm-hmm.
She was so happy to be here.
Right.
Was Yasuhiro here? Did he know that? Did anybody know that?
Probably they all found out with their own discoveries.
It'd be easy to know, easy to piece that together with the way that Aoi and Sakura always talked.
Right, right.
You know what the worst part about this is?
What?
Huh?
Sakura didn't even get to try. She didn't
Challenge
even get
the mastermind.
She didn't even get to try to challenge him, try to sacrifice herself, to try to help everybody else. But she did have a smile on her face, didn't she?
Yeah. You know what? That whole attack on Hina was probably to rile her up so she'd make a mistake.
Maybe, yeah. That is really, really, really possible. Well, I was just thinking of a couple of different ways this could go, but that's enough for now. We'll figure it out when we actually get... I mean, once we start
the investigation?
what we're about to do.
Yeah.
Huh?
Sakura's
Oh, Hina.
dead. She's really dead.
You know, Sakura was the point of strength for everyone up until this crap started.
Yeah.
Spy or not, we don't know what she actually did. The only thing that we do know is that she did not fulfill her duty as the spy.
Yeah. In the end, she decided to not do it.
Did she betray anyone at all? Other than Monokuma?
Right?
She was like the only point of strength that everybody had. Hell, she was the point of strength that we had.
Yeah!
From the very beginning, we were always like, well, no, there isn't going to be any way to escape without Sakura. We need Sakura's strength. And the only person to prevent any sort of tampering is Sakura, who's reliable. And anytime anybody got hurt, Sakura was just so...
Caring.
Yeah. and she just never backed down the whole time. This is a really awful loss, and the fact that a piece of crap like Byakuya is still around.
When all the other people have died.
I mean, damn it. I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body.
We didn't make it in time. It's happened again.
Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. And, to jump in about the Caduceus bit, she is the one who's always able to keep investigating people's stuff. Like, okay, let me say that in a way that communicates what I was trying to say. She will manhandle all the dead bodies. Yeah. I can't talk.
You don't have to be a doctor to figure out the Chihiro thing.
I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction? I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room, and Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again.
I need to examine Sakura's body.
I just stood there motionless behind her, while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone.
Whoa! Ogre!
Yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see.
As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault.
It was one of you! Yasuhiro! Byakuya! Toko! One of you killed Sakura!
Whoa!
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation?
I don't need to investigate anything! Because you hated her! You hated the sight of her! One of you did it! I know it!
You know it?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase that much by just getting mad.
What are you doing here?
Come on.
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma
That's right!
file.
It's the next Monokuma file! And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours.
On behalf of Sakura, I'm the one who's gonna growl about that crap.
Now then, with that,
Hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura?
Huh?
Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. Do you really think if we had a fight, this room would still be standing? That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me.
Like I said before, that's the most regrettable part.
Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight.
It's amazing that you were able to last as long as you could.
Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
That's good to know.
It was terrifying.
That's kind of what we thought.
Yeah.
That it just didn't work.
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one, except I know exactly who it is.
God damn it! I mean, it's just like we said in the beginning. If she would have been around, it would have worked. If we would have just fought, it would have... God, idiots! You stupid, stupid fools! Ugh! You owe them one!
Whoopsie! Before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Because, I mean, your lives is still on the line, right?
Stupid bear! What the hell? He owes them one! I hate him. I hate this whole thing!
Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all.
The worst part is there's basically no chance you did it. So that means we have to sit around with your smug ass for the rest of this stupid game, don't we? How can you say that now?
Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
I assure you, I am.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time.
Because
I vote Makoto. This chapter's going to be very boring.
I'll do it. Hina, I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura here at the end.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
That's a mistake. Why are you having Kyoko do this? You know that unless you did it, then you know that we need the best people out there investigating. And as much as I hate to admit
Well, if
it,
Kyoko's guarding, she'd be here investigating the murder site.
I guess that's true, but it's like the best people out here. You're probably right about that, because Kyoko, Byakuya, and Makoto are the only people who can actually get anything done when it comes to this.
Yeah.
So, still,
Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order.
your stupid pride is just gonna get in the way even more. An order.
that's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we?
Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say.
Which is...
Yasuhiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
What?
One of you killed Sakura! I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her!
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate.
I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her! Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here!
Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. What?
You wouldn't do anything anyway. You would be useless in here. I really don't know how to feel about this.
You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway. Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway.
Yeah, you're just not useful. Go away right now. We don't need this.
And you, Yasuhiro? Do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
Uh-huh.
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
Since you're so forthright about this,
What are you saying?
nothing's decided. She never agreed.
That's true.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. Because he will bring up important evidence at the trial.
That's what I meant when I said I don't know how to feel about it. On the one hand, I really do just want to go along with what Aoi is saying, but on the other hand, we do need Byakuya here.
Like you said, he is one of the 3 people that they need to gather information and put everything together.
But
Hey,
We have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory.
that's the truth. Fine. I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her.
Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body? I'm not like Kyoko.
Why are you so obsessed with not touching dead bodies?
I think it's the whole filthy thing.
Maybe, yeah.
Listen.
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer, all of us face execution.
Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. I'd better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted.
Yeah.
Injuries.
She was probably poisoned and then they whacked her. So they wouldn't know it's poison.
However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
Hey.
I think the case this time might be a challenge.
Why is that? Because there's basically not going to be any evidence?
So...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through.
Come on, lockers! Don't fail
right
us
behind her.
Now! Everybody involved with knowing the locker thing from last time, assuming we're right about that, is already dead. And, well, except Yasuhiro, but he was unconscious. And you know something the game never addressed one time? Billy and I spent a lot of time talking about this. And I think I offhandedly mentioned that there was a bunch of stuff left unresolved in a description of one of the previous videos. But that was how Yasuhiro ended up unconscious in the locker.
Yep.
Nobody ever cared to even ask why Yasuhiro was in that locker.
But
how he got there.
He probably guessed because he knew he was knocked out in the rec room. Because that's the last place, that's where he met Celeste and Hifumi, and that's where they chloroformed him.
Yeah, I mean, he's the person who has the direct experience of knowing this.
So, they may have killed her with the blow while she was vomiting blood. Because that's the only way they'd be able to do something like that.
Well, the cause of death was not the injury, though.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
So, that's just there to throw us off.
Okay.
Again, everything points at Yasuhiro. We could be wrong about all of this, but, I mean, it would be pretty awesome if just freaking out about the lockers like we did last time ends up coming up to...
Hey! That room in Deadly Premonition in the jails, in the jails, that came to fruition!
You do notice these random little things, and you just never let them go.
And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room, which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door.
So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like Ace Attorney, right?
In other words, this is a classic locked room murder.
Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever, but could it really happen in real life?
Really?
Right before our very eyes like this?
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? It's a murder that happens in a locked room.
Oh my god, really? I never would have guessed that!
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. That simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room.
Right?
This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a...
Whoa, Kyoko, wait!
Yeah?
We don't have enough time left in this episode, come on!
But my pontification...